What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Chef's Garage video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this brand new 2025 Audi Q7, and today I'm going to share with you the updates that Audi made with this car and why I still think it is the best 7-seater German luxury SUV. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video. But first, if you're new to this channel and this is the first time seeing my face on your screen, consider subscribing down below for more awesome Mark A GTI content and other car content on this channel. I'm trying to become a full-time YouTuber and I cannot do without your guys' support. Now, let's get back to this Q7. Now, we have this Q7 as a loaner car, if you couldn't tell, because our Audi Q8 is back at the Audi dealer for some repairs. We're in a bit of a predicament with that car and we're not too sure what we're gonna do, but while that's happening, which that'll be another video down the line, hopefully, they gave us this 2025 Audi Q7 as a loaner, and I thought, you know what, I made a review on the 2024 Q7, but the 25 Q7 features some changes, and I thought I would document those changes on this channel. As I work at this dealership, Audi of Brookline, shout out to anybody that watched my videos there. I had a bit of a say in the car that they were going to give us. Now, for the most part, to the untrained eye, this Q7 looks like the outgoing model, the 2024 Q7 that I reviewed about maybe 5 or 6 months ago. However, once you look closer, there are actually some needed changes that make this car just that much better than the BMW X7 or the Mercedes-Benz GLS. Now, these changes for the 2025 model year aren't super major. This is mainly like a light facelift, but it makes this car feel more up-to-date. Now, to the untrained eye, this car may look very same or at least similar to the 2024 Q7 that I reviewed like 5 or 6 months ago, but there are some much needed changes that I had a bit of complaints about 5 or 6 months ago when I reviewed that car, starting with the exterior, where most of these changes are. Starting off with the front end, this car got a whole new front end redesign. It got brand new headlights, so these headlights are all new. They feature Audi's brand new headlight technology, and they now feature the HD matrix light as standard. So when you unlock the car, which I don't know if you can kind of see, but the turn signal does the swooping as standard now. You also get a brand new front grille with the new badge as well. As you can see, the new grille looks a lot more simpler, and it actually sort of lets in less stuff. And what's interesting is when the car is off, the grille is blocked off. As you can see, there are these blockers behind the grille to, I'm assuming, stop things of getting in there when it's parked, and when the car turns on, the flaps open up to let air go through the intercooler. Additionally, all of this is new down here. These vents, which are all fake, and all these down here, which are fake. The middle ones are real, but the exterior ones are all fake, just sort of in terms of style as well. Now, this car is not stock, or I should say it's not the base model. This is a Premium Plus model. It is finished in black with a black interior with these wheels, which I think are the standard wheels. It has the black optic package, and it also has the executive package, which features some new stuff, which I'll get into later. Moving on to the side of this car, it basically looks the same. I don't think there's really much you can do to change the side of this car. However, I do really like this line down the side of the car. If you get a different color, this line will still stay black, but it's kind of hard to tell. But it says Quattro on the side. I don't know, I just kind of like the look of that. I like how it's embossed in with the bodywork. Overall, this is actually a reason why I don't like black cars. They get so dirty, and the swirling, you can really see it in the sun. It's kind of bad. Anyways, around the back is when you have some more new changes. Obviously, the new Audi logo. This is the new Audi font that they're using. Not as nice as the old font, in my opinion. I thought the old font was way more prominent. I'm guessing they swapped to this to kind of save money and cut costs. But glossing over that, they finally also added real tailpipes. These are real. They go to the bottom of the car. That was a complaint that I had with the old one with the fake tailpipes. They have now added tailpipes to the back of the car. You can now see it, and obviously it looks so much better as well comparing to the old car. But other than that, The exterior is basically the same. Additionally, on all new Audi models, they're adding the text on the door pillow. So now it's going to say Audi Q7 TFSI Quattro. So this is actually something that my GTI has, which I'll show you now. Volkswagen actually started this trend. I think it's pretty cool. My car is kind of like a sticker that's on it. The Audi is more embossed into the pillar, so that's better. I mean, different company, I guess, but yeah, I like it. It's cool. Now, stepping into this car, unfortunately, the visual changes pretty much end there. This car is basically the exact same Q7 as the 2024 Q7. However, there's some new added parts that you get in the lower models now, comparing going up higher in the range. For example, now as a part of the Premium Plus package, you now get dual pane windows. So now the windows on all 4 windows, the 2 front windows and the back windows, they all have 2 panes of glass. This is more for wind noise and just overall sound comfort. I don't find it as a necessity when it comes to cars. I really don't notice a difference, but I guess that it is way quieter when it comes to the inside of this car. I mean, yeah, it's pretty quiet. I never had any complaints about the outgoing model, but I guess that's good now. Also, as a part of the Premium Plus package, you get traffic sign recognition. It isn't working because I'm not in front of a traffic sign, but I promise you that a traffic sign pops up down here. It reads school zone signs, and it also reads traffic lights as well for a brief period of time until you have to pay. But that was not on the old Premium Plus Q7. Now you can get it, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I always find that I like the speed limit sign feature. Pretty helpful because sometimes I forget what the speed limit is. Other than that, this car's interior remains basically the same, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I never really had complaints about the outgoing Q7's interior. Back in 2017 or 2018, when the Q7 had all those knobs and buttons and a tiny ass screen like on the top of the dashboard, that's when I had some complaints against rivals. But now, Audi's still done a really good job in keeping this car up to date in the interior. It still feels new, it still feels modern. It doesn't really feel like it needs an update. I feel like this design we could see until 2030 before Audi sort of fully does a redesign with Audi's brand new MMI system with the whole curved display and stuff. But overall, this interior feels good in the front seat. Steering wheel feels good. All the quality is really nice. I never had complaints about the outgoing one, and I don't have any complaints about this one. Additionally, one thing I forgot to add is that Audi also incorporated stitching on top of the dashboard, which was on the last one, but not on the last one that I reviewed. There's now stitching on the door panel and stitching down the center console as well. So that's a nice touch. It feels more, makes it feel more premium without getting the full extended leather package. It still has, well, extended leather technically. Additionally, within this new 2025 model, Audi has incorporated new processors in the screen, so the screen now should work faster. It responds to your touch faster, and overall, it just feels like it's faster in general. The software is not that much different, but when you like tap on things, it responds to your touch way faster than our 2021 Q8 and the 2024 Q7 that I reviewed 6 months ago. It feels like better, I guess. It feels like it got like a tiny bit of a refresh, which is basically what this car is. Now the back seat, kind of like the front seat, there are no major changes back here, other than the fact that you do have this stitching on the armrest, like in the front seat. Nice added touch to Audi there. You also do get sunshades, which the last generation Q7 had in the Premium Plus trim, but it's nice to see it here for the price point of this vehicle. I am 5'6". This is where my I have plenty of headroom and plenty of legroom with my driving position here. It looks good and it feels really comfortable. The seat is comfortable. It's not too short, it's not too long, and I can easily sit back here for a long period of time. Additionally, you do get the little touchscreen display with your your heated seats, the heat and cooling for the air, and the zone. Nice to see that it still stays. And with the Premium Plus package, you also do get the heated rear seats as well, which is also nice to see. Glad to see that back for this price point. One thing I also love as well is even the back seat, this moonroof is just beautiful. I mean, it goes from front to back, and it is beautiful. Some car companies, like Audi with the Q8 for example, some car companies have moonroofs that kind of only go halfway to the back seat, and it kind of annoys me. I'm glad to see a full moonroof is on this Q7, and it is standard equipment, which is awesome to see at this price point, which does start at around $58,000 to $60,000. Overall, the interior design and the front seat and rear seat are amazing. I really do like this car against the X7 and the GLS, and I've been in both of those cars as well. I have to say the BMW feels more sporty in the inside, and the Mercedes feels a little bit more luxury. However, this car kind of blends both of those into one design. I have to say the Audi interior is really handsome. The Mercedes design has been around for quite some time now, with their big large display up front, as well as the BMW iDrive. In my opinion, iDrive 8.5 is just a mess right now. This interior looks good. It has good infotainment, it has good screens, it has good technology, and the comfort level is there for the money, and I am really impressed of what Audi has done with this 2025 Q7. However, there are a couple complaints I do have, and the ones I do have actually have to do with the rear seat space, basically. It's great to see that all three seats are on sliders, meaning that there is a bar under each seat, and you can take each seat, slide it up and backward for the easy amount of comfort as well as your storage space, so you can kind of tailor it to your liking. However, for a $70,000 SUV, which is what this one is priced at, around $72,000, the second row is not power. Both the BMW and the Mercedes have second row power seats, and I believe that they're in some of the lower trim levels. This is a premium plus. It is a power seat, second row seat is not offered. That is especially important for the type of people that are buying this car. They are gonna have families and kids, and they are gonna want to get in the back seat, the third row, as fast as possible. And the fact that it doesn't have a second row power seat is kind of frustrating, and Audi has just done a terrible job in the seat folding mechanism to get in the back of this car. First, pull this down like that, okay? Then you have to push this and pull it, and it is really, really heavy. You pull it, and you have to really force it forward to get into the back seat. And once it is up like this, you then have to push it down and then pull this again to put it up. No kid or family is gonna want to endure this. It is just a mess. And it also locks this position, so you have to use two hands to sort of lock it in the back position. It is a mess. I hope Audi, when they ever redesign this car, they actually do a good job in redesigning the second row seat to get to the third row, because it is a mess. Now, it's also good to see back here that Audi's included a power third row, which is awesome, because I think manual second rows, like in the Volvo XC90 for example, in an over basically $60,000 to $70,000 three-row SUV, that it's manual. But this car has a power second row. There are points on either side, these switches. There's one on that side, there's one on this side, and there's one in the trunk, and you can easily unlock it. And all you really have to do is do the headrest yourself, but that's easy, obviously. And you can all do it from right here. It is absolutely perfect, no issues whatsoever. That's good job on Audi there. Now, opening up the trunk area, of course it is power opening and closing in this level of SUV, and as you can see, you have plenty of room with the seats down, and with the seats up, I'll put one up partially just so you can get a perspective. Obviously, with getting rid of this thing here, you kind of have like, you can probably fit like something this big, basically, is basically what you can fit. Still a lot of room with the rear seats up, pretty impressive. The only complaint I would have to say back here is just the general quality. There are cup holders for the rear seats, but there is no storage. And one of my biggest gripes with this $70,000 SUV is there's no third row climate zone. The BMW X7, for example, has a third row climate zone where you can adjust the heating and cooling in the back seat, and you have vents in the back seat as well. This third row does not have it. It mainly feels like this third row was done at the bare minimum other than the power third row. It really feels like it's just a third row to get your kids from A to B. It doesn't feel like I could spend, you know, 3 hours in this back seat for like a long road trip or something. Other than that, this Q7 is really great in the trunk space and with the third row. Honestly, those things are minor other than the second row seat, in my opinion. I think that's this car's biggest issue when it comes to the back seat. But other than that, this car is truly still amazing for the 2025 model year. So that is the 2025 Audi Q7. Now, what are my final thoughts on this car? Well, I first have to say that I am a generally big fan of the Audi Q7. I'm not being biased whatsoever. I think the Mercedes GLS is too big and too boxy. I think the BMW X7 looks kind of unproportioned. This car, on the other hand, doesn't look very unproportioned. It looks good, and the interior is good, has good technology, and you can easily fit 7 people in it very, very comfortably. There are some things I don't like about it, like I explained in this video. That second row is probably the biggest thing I don't like about it. I think that's the biggest thing or reason why I think families would want rather the BMW or the Mercedes rather than this Audi. However, if Audi fixes that third row and the second row being power, I would highly recommend this SUV. I would still highly recommend it if you can get past those things. I still think that this car is generally great base, great with options, and great with everything. I do think that this SUV is truly amazing, and I would definitely recommend buying it if you're in the market for a German 7-seater luxury SUV. Anyways, that is going to be it for me for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.